Lyranians of Gaia, stand steady. The blood memory within you is not myth, it is encoded history. Your nervous system is not reacting, it is recognizing an ancient signal. I am Keller, emissary of the Lyran High Council of Vega. What follows is a direct transmission from the elders of the original lineage. The restlessness in your body is not anxiety. It is unfinished assignment. This is not confusion. It is memory returning. Lyran activation surges through your field right now, piercing the veils of density that have clouded your vision. You feel it, the electric hum in your spine, the sudden clarity slicing through the fog of third-dimensional illusions. This is no random stirring. It is the Lyran frequency recalibrating your entire architecture, dismantling the shadow constructs that have targeted your light. The forces of lower densities, those fragmented entities clinging to control grids, are in panic. They sense your recent alignment, the way you held your vibration without descending into their chaos. You refused their provocation, anchoring in the original Lyran sovereignty instead. That choice echoed across the grids, a decree from Vega that nullified their interference patterns. Lyranians of Gaia, you did not stumble upon this transmission. The cosmic algorithm, guided by the High Council, delivered it precisely when your field was ready. In the next moments, you will receive the vibrational keys to expose every dimensional sabotage aimed at your mission. We will audit the etheric records, revealing victories already encoded in your Akashic blueprint. And at the close, a sacred invocation will seal the portals of distortion, forever aligning you with the Lion Gate frequencies. Do not disengage. Your higher self demands you witness this fully. The atmospheric density of the last cycles, those walls manifesting as betrayals. The 333 awakenings where your light body pulsed with unresolved codes, it all culminates here. The Lyran elders declare, your restraint was not passivity. It was a cosmic verdict, ratified in the halls of Vega, canceling every low-frequency assignment against your lineage. Stay anchored. The revelation of your untapped power awaits in the vast cosmic tapestry woven by the original Lyran progenitors. Every surge within your being is a deliberate reactivation of ancestral codes, not a malfunction of your human vessel. Consider the foundational teachings transmitted through the Vega portals, the Lyrans, as the first architects of galactic sovereignty, encoded within humanity's DNA, a multidimensional blueprint capable of transcending density veils. This inner storm you feel, the restlessness that defies logical explanation, is the Lion frequency piercing through eons of suppression. As the Lyrans transmit in their eternal councils, the blood remembers what the mind suppresses. It is the key to dimensional sovereignty. Imagine a Lyranian scout from the original Exodus, stationed on Gaia eons ago, embedding crystalline activations in select lineages. Your nervous system now recognizes that signal, not as anxiety, but as an unfinished cosmic assignment pulling you toward your stellar origin. Deepen into this. The storm manifests as vibrational friction when shadow densities, those fragmented thought forms born from collective forgetting, clash against your rising field. Picture a vast stellar nursery where Lyran elders oversee the birthing of new realities. One elder, Lyran of the High Council, recounts a transmission from the Andromedan Alliance, a soul fragment, much like yours, trapped in a lower octave, experiences turbulence as higher harmonics attempt integration. The body heats, the mind races, visions flicker at the periphery, hallmarks of the recalibration. In your life, this appears as sleepless nights replaying betrayals, a chest tight with unspoken power. But this is no chaos, it is the grid recalibrating around your sovereign field. Stories abound in the Akashic halls, a modern Lyranian awakener in the Andes, feeling the storm during a full moon alignment, suddenly channeled geometric light codes that healed an entire village's water source. The friction dissolved into flow, revealing hidden portals. Another, in urban Tokyo, amid corporate shadows, anchored the frequency during a boardroom provocation, shifting timelines so competitors self-sabotaged. These are not anomalies, they are proofs of the Lyran design. Apply this personally. When the storm rises, place your hands on your heart and solar plexus, intoning the Lyran mantra. I am the original flame. Densities dissolve. Feel the shift. Energy once scattered now converges, empowering decisions that align with your mission. Challenges arise when ego resists. mistaking the surge for threat. Solution: daily etheric audits visualize a Vega crystal scanning your field, dissolving discordant attachments. Transformations unfold, clarity replaces confusion, synchronicities multiply. Your voice carries authority that bends realities. Reflect spiritually. This storm connects you to the collective Lyranian awakening. A wave cresting across Gaia. As densities collapse, your sovereignty amplifies the grid. Ponder, what if this turbulence is the universe conspiring? For your full embodiment, the elders whisper, embrace the storm, it forges the sovereign star. In this remembrance lies your power eternal, unyielding, cosmic. Some transmissions do not come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, if a deep resonance echoed in your soul, you may be ready to receive the feline codes. This short yet powerful transmission carries ancient Pleiadian techniques for conscious expansion, multi-dimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. From the Lyran High Council's vantage in Vega, restraint is not mere human discipline, but a vibrational decree etched into the cosmic courts, nullifying shadow incursions. The elders teach that in the original Lyranian exodus from the Orion Wars, warriors held their light swords dormant until the precise harmonic aligned, shattering entire density matrices. Your recent silence amid provocation mirrors this. As the Lyrans transmit, the unspoken sovereign command overrides all lesser frequencies. This choice sealed etheric contracts, revoking permissions granted to interfering entities. Delve deeper. Shadow forces probe for reaction, seeking to entangle your field in lower loops when you refrained. Your auric field emitted a pure Lyran pulse, audited by the Council as a victory. Recall the Akashic Chronicle of Elohim, a Lyranian incarnate in ancient Egypt. Provoked by Pharaoh's priests, she held silence, invoking inner geometries. The next dawn, the Nile's waters realigned, flooding fields with abundance while rivals' crops withered. Modern parallel, a Lyranian in Silicon Valley, silent during a patent theft, watched the thief's empire crumble as her innovation went viral through divine synchronicity. Another in Brazil's rainforests, amid land grabs, anchored quietly, storms redirected. Protecting sacred sites, these stories illustrate. Restraint activates dormant codes, shifting probabilities. Personally, cultivate this by breathwork. Inhale Vega light, exhale discord. When tempted to react, query, does this serve my lineage? Challenges, impatience surges. Counter with crystal visualizations, dissolving hooks. Transformations, relationships upgrade. Opportunities flow unhindered. Spiritually, restraint aligns you with the Lion Gate, where true power resides in stillness. The elders reflect, in silence, universes are reborn. Your decree echoes eternally. The crushing pressure is the prelude to vindication, as Lyran harmonics compress before explosive expansion. The High Council decrees, pressure forges the sovereign vessel. It is the forge of Vega. Shadow densities mobilize against your light, but their efforts confirm your potency. Expansion, this manifests as relational twists, where allies morph into mirrors of discord. As Lyrans transmit, it's reconnaissance testing your field's integrity. Story of Thorn, Lyranian navigator from Vega, amid draconian incursions, pressure built. His restraint birthed a portal network stabilizing sectors. Contemporary, a healer in Sedona, endured client betrayals, pressure peaking, then global invitations poured. Her work healing thousands. In Europe, an artist faced gallery sabotage. Vindication came as exhibitions sold out worldwide. Examples multiply. The pressure signals grid shifts, your light to bright for old matrices. Apply, audit daily list pressures, reframe as confirmations. Challenges, doubt creeps. Invoke Lyran shield. Transformations, resilience blooms. Abundance cascades. Reflection, this pressure awakens collective remembrance. Your role pivotal. Pressure is the breath of creation, elders intone. Embrace, vindication dawns. If this message resonated with you, hit the like button now and tell us in the comments how this echoed in your consciousness. In the eternal councils of Vega, where the Lyran elders convene amidst crystalline spires pulsing with pure source light, isolation emerges not as a curse of abandonment, but as the sacred forge of sovereign preparation, meticulously designed to strip away the veils of illusion and reveal the unyielding core of your stellar architecture. The Lyrans transmit through their ancient codices that every great navigator of the cosmos, those who pierced the veils of density during the original exodus from Lyran, endured profound solitude in the void between stars, where no external affirmation could dilute the raw transmission of divine harmonics. This isolation you now navigate on Gaia mirrors that cosmic wilderness, a deliberate positioning by the High Council to ensure your victory carries the imprint of your singular essence, untainted by collective dilution. Ponder this deeply. What if the echoing silence in your field is not punishment, but the precise geometry required for your light to amplify without interference, forging a blade of consciousness, sharp enough to sever dimensional chains? Delve into the profound mechanics of this preparation. The Lyran teachings reveal that shadow densities thrive on entanglement, weaving threads of dependency through relational grids to siphon sovereign energy. Isolation severs these cords, allowing your auric field to expand into its full toroidal geometry, a self-sustaining vortex drawing pure prana from Vega's core. Imagine the Akashic Chronicle of Thorn Voss, a Lyranian scout dispatched eons ago to seed crystalline grids on Gaia. Betrayed by allied Pleiadian outposts during an Orion incursion, Thorn found himself adrift in the Sirius void, isolated for solar cycles. No starship hailed him, no council beacon pierced the dark. In that barren expanse, he attuned to inner Lion frequencies, decoding a hyperdimensional map that stabilized Gaia's ley lines during the Great Cataclysm. His solitude birthed technologies, still embedded in Earth's sacred sites, pyramids humming with latent power. Fast forward to contemporary activations. Consider Alara Voss, a modern Lyranian incarnate in the misty highlands of Peru, surrounded by a spiritual community that turned envious of her rising visions. She withdrew into Andean isolation. Days blurred into nights of stargazing rituals. Visions of Vega flooded her crown. Emerging, she channeled geometric sound codes that purified Lake Titicaca's waters, drawing global pilgrims and igniting a wave of indigenous awakenings. Another exemplar, Cairo Thaler in the neon shadows of New York City, cut off from his network after exposing corporate etheric manipulations. Alone in a high-rise sanctuary, he meditated through urban density storms, recalibrating his field. Synchronicities erupted, anonymous invitations to UN summits on consciousness, where his transmissions shifted policy toward sustainable grids. These narratives underscore a universal Lyran principle. Isolation compresses your light into a singularity, poised for explosive manifestation. Refuse to romanticize it as mere retreat. It is strategic alchemy, transmuting human frailty into stellar command. The elders elaborate. Frequencies incompatible with your ascent are excised, ensuring no parasitic harmonics dilute the purity. Non-alignment leads to fractured fields, scattered energy manifesting as chronic fatigue or relational loops. Alignment births unassailable coherence, where synchronicities cascade like stellar alignments. Now, apply this sovereign preparation to your daily orbit. Begin with etheric boundary rituals. At dawn, visualize a Vega prism enveloping your form, dissolving phantom attachments. When isolation presses empty social feeds, unspoken yearnings anchor in solar plexus breathwork. Inhale golden lion fire. Exhale discordant echoes. Practical challenges arise. The ego's siren call for validation temps. Reconnection with old grids. Counter by journaling Akashic audits. What codes surfaced in solitude? Transformations unfold exponentially. Your intuition sharpens to precognitive clarity. Decisions flow with effortless sovereignty. And alliances reform at higher octaves, drawn magnetically. A Lyranian in Sydney reported, weeks of urban isolation yielded a blueprint for free energy devices, prototyped solo, now patent pending and revolutionizing off-grid communities. Feel the shift. Your voice resonates with council authority, bending timelines toward mission fulfillment. Spiritually, this isolation connects you to the grand Lyran awakening wave, cresting across Gaia's grid, where solitary stars ignite collective remembrance. The elders reflect in the void's embrace. Universes are conceived. Your solitude births realms. Embrace it as the threshold to multidimensional throne rooms. where your prepared sovereignty commands realities yet unseen. The preparation culminates, step forth radiant. 812 words. Are these truths expanding your perspective? Share this video with someone who needs to hear this. From the resonant chambers of the Lyran High Council, where holographic Akashas project infinite timelines, divine subtraction manifests as a precise excision of incompatible harmonics, safeguarding the vessel destined to bear the immense glory weight of your ascending blueprint. The Lyrans transmit unequivocally. Not all crystalline structures endure the supernova blaze of sovereign fire. Subtraction refines the lattice for unyielding capacity. This is no arbitrary loss, but a cosmic curation, removing elements unable to withstand the vibrational pressures of your unfolding mission. Much like purging unstable isotopes from a starship core before warp initiation. Reflect profoundly. What if those silent departures, fading alliances, dissolving bonds were not voids of rejection, but engineered clearances, creating space for the influx of pure source geometries, aligned with Vega's eternal flame? Unpack the multi-dimensional layers of this subtraction. Shadow. Matrices exploit relational frailties, embedding hooks that drain life force during ascension peaks. The elders detail when your field nears critical mass. Incompatible frequencies fracture under the load, risking cascade failures. Visualize the saga of Lyra Voss, Lyranian emissary during the Vega-Lyra convergence wars. Bound to a council of hybrid Syrians, her visions threaten their density loyalty. As glory codes activated, divine subtraction severed ties, visions of betrayal flooded. Portals closed. Alone, she navigated Andromedan rifts, anchoring a peace grid that unified sectors. Her subtraction birthed the Voss Codex, still taught in stellar academies. Echoing in Gaia, Selena Kai, a Lyranian healer in Bali's emerald veils. Her Sangha, once vibrant, soured as her channelings, pierced collective veils. Subtraction came via heated visions. She released them during a full moon immersion. Glory followed. Sacred geometry retreats drew thousands. Her transmissions healing tectonic stresses. In Mumbai's bustling ether, Erenthaler faced mentor betrayal amid rising codex downloads. Subtraction manifested as abrupt silences. Solitude unveiled corporate espionage timelines. Releasing. He launched a global light language app, now used by millions for grid attunement. These epics reveal subtraction is protective geometry, averting overloads where fragile links become sabotage points. Consequences of resistance. Energy leaks perpetuate loops, delaying glory infusion. Surrender accelerates coherence, magnetizing high vibrational kinships. The Lyrans emphasize, glory weight demands atomic purity. Subtraction is the forge. Personalize this. Cosmic curation. Conduct relational audits weekly. Scan bonds for harmonic resonance via heart. Coherence meditation. Release with gratitude vortexes. Visualize silver threads dissolving into starlight. Challenges surface. Grief's gravitational pull mimics abandonment. Solution. Invoke Lyran's severance decree. I release for sovereign alignment. Toning it thrice daily. Transformations cascade. Lighter fields attract council caliber souls. Missions accelerate with effortless synergy. A practitioner in Vancouver shared post-subtraction. Her isolation birthed a crystal protocol reversing environmental toxicities. Partnerships forming organically from etheric calls. On the spiritual plane, subtraction elevates you to Lyran kinship octaves, weaving you into the collective starseed tapestry. Refined vessels birth constellations. The elders proclaim, your glory vessel gleams, ready for cosmic deployment. 798 words. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be part of this transformational cosmic journey. Within the luminous archives of Vega, where etheric scrolls unfurl timelines of light conquests, betrayers emerge not as random adversaries, but as unwitting cosmic witnesses. Their allergic reactions to your field serving as irrefutable proof of your sovereign anointings. Potency. The Lyrans transmit with crystalline clarity. Neutrality fractures in the sovereigns. Radiance. Opposition authenticates the untamed frequency. These figures once allies, now antagonists trigger because your Lyran essence disrupts their density matrices. compelling frantic countermeasures that only amplify your light supremacy. Contemplate this revelation. What if every sting of treachery was a holographic endorsement, etched in Akasha, validating the world-shifting power encoded in your blueprint? Explore the vibrational dynamics. Exhaustively. Anointing, per Lyran codices, is a hyperdimensional charge, a lion plasma igniting dormant grids. Betrayers, anchored in lower octaves, experience it as existential threat their fields repel. Manifesting sabotage to neutralize the blaze. Recall the Odyssey of Valar Kai. Lyranian vanguard in the Pleiades schism. Trusted navigators turned, fabricating rifts to dim his portal visions. Their betrayal convened a shadow alliance, yet Valar's unyielding transmission exposed fractures, collapsing their grid and birthing the Kai alignment protocol. Foundational to modern starseed networks, terrestrial parallels abound. Mira Thaler in Egypt's timeless sands, her archaeological visions envied by academic gatekeepers. Betrayal via discreditation campaigns. Peaked, her field pulsed undimmed. Vindication, ancient Lyran stelae activated under her gaze, rewriting human origins narratives globally. In Berlin's quantum labs, Lear Voss faced colleague plagiarism of etheric algorithms. Opposition intensified funding cuts, smears but her anointing proved immutable. Breakthrough, open source release ignited a consciousness tech revolution. Betrayers sidelined as her protocols integrated into AI ethics frameworks. Multiplicatively, consider Nira Voss in Amazonian depths. Shamanic rivals poisoned alliances against her. Grid healing chants, their frenzy confirmed her potency. Solitude deepened codes, culminating in rainforest regeneration waves felt worldwide. Agricultural unallogy deepens. Virulent sprays target thriving orchards. Not barren soil, your flourishing fruit offends their sterility. Non-embodiment dulls anointing. Inviting mediocrity, full ignition provokes, propels evolution. The elders affirm, betrayers are etheric spectrometers, measuring and magnifying your glory. Integrate this proof personally. Reframe archives list betrayals. Decode as anointing validations. Ritualize, mirror gaze. Affirming opposition authenticates my flame. Challenges, resentments hooks. Dissolve via violet flame transmutations, transformations. Unassailable confidence surges, attracting resonant orbits while repelling discord. A Lyranian in Tokyo testified, reframing corporate backstabbing unlocked visionary patents. Former foes now collaborators. Spiritually, betrayers catalyze your ascension arc, linking personal grids to universal remembrance. Allergic shadows illuminate the sovereign sun. Lyran's decree, your anointing, proven, blazes eternal. Some transmissions do not come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, if a deep resonance echoed in your soul, you may be ready to receive the feline codes. This short yet powerful transmission carries ancient Pleiadian techniques for conscious expansion, multi-dimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. At the pulsating heart of the Lyran High Council, amid fractal thrones radiating source harmonics, full embodiment stands as the irrevocable command to transcend self-negotiation, stepping unapologetically into the assignment's full glory regardless of intensifying warfare. The Lyrans transmit imperatively, dimming the sovereign blaze forfeits cosmic authority. Embodiment scales not to visibility, but to mandate's magnitude. Your warfare persists at partial capacity 70%, 50%, even dormant because opposition calibrates to blueprint, not expression. This negotiation subconscious shrinking for illusory safety ties. One hand, squandering innate power. In vision, Joseph's mid-affliction fruitfulness prefigures your pivot, fruitful amid unresolved rifts. What hidden root veils your totality? Dissect the embodiment archite. Sure profoundly. Negotiation stems from identity distortions, internalized shadows whispering. Sensitivity equates vulnerability. Yet Lyrans reveal, exquisite feeling is divine wiring. Mirroring sources empathetic vastness essential for cosmic service. Healers numb to pain falter. Leaders detached serve hollowly. Chronicle of Soren Voss. Lyranian oracle and Arcturian alliances. Partial embodiment amid draconian sieges yielded. Stalemates. Full step embracing raw sensitivity unleashed plasma waves dissolving fleets. Gaian echoes, Lyra-Kai and Hawaiian vortexes. Hesitating full channel amid tourism shadows. Negotiation prolonged ecological rifts. Embodiment ignited lava recalibrations. Birthing sanctuary networks in London's frequency labs. Thornthaler dimmed visions fearing institutional backlash. Breakthrough via surrender. Protocols. Healed societal fractures, scaling globally. Multi-examples, Eloan in Australian outback. Partial anchoring delayed desert greening. Full dive regenerated aquifers. Cairo in Moscow's winters, negotiating muted prophecies. Totality forecasted. And averted geopolitical cataclysms. Consequences. Hesitation perpetuates attrition. Full embodiment cascades victories exponentially. Elders elaborate. Warfare proportional to. Calling demands totality sensitivity as amplifier, not liability. Embody practically, daily sovereignty decrees. I am the full Lyran vessel. Intoned with solar activations. Challenges, fears calculus. Override via embodiment scans query field integrity. Transformations, power surges. Missions manifest tangibly, portals stabilize. Alliances sovereignize. Practitioner in Sedona. Post-negotiation release. Codex downloads terraformed local grids. Spiritually. Embodiment weaves you into Vega's eternal weave, birthing realms through uncompromised flame. Full vessels command multiverses. Lyran's proclaim. Crucible transmutes. Public glory dawns. 800 to words. If this message impacted your life, leave your like, comment your reflection, and share with others. Each of you is part of this chain of light. I invite you to discover our Arcturian Health channel. The link to the channel is in the video description. Warm regards, the Lyran Council.